Sports Arena. Good crowd here tonight, and we've got the Assassin with me. For those folks of you just joining us along our network in the state of Washington, Yakima, up in Seattle, we had an explosion here this past Tuesday night in the arena, and the AWA World Heavyweight Championship was held up. That was when the Grappler met Curt Hennig. Also in that match, the Assassin was suspended. Now, one thing we want to make very clear here is that the Assassin, before he was suspended, became the TV champion. So you've got the TV championship.
That's right.
But you can't defend it now.
I can't defend it until the suspension is lifted, you know, and as soon as it is lifted, I guarantee you I will defend it.
Portland, to take a look at the new World Heavyweight Champion, Daddy. It's on its way.
Well, what he's referring to is that on March 5th, that belt that was held up is going to be on the line. Curt Hennig will be coming back into town to go against the Grappler on March 5th to decide the AWA World Heavyweight Champion. Here's Don Owen to make the announcement of this match.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next event will be one fall. Introducing in this corner, 247 pounds, the Grappler. His opponent in this corner, 236 pounds from the South Pacific, Cocoa Samoa.
Don Owens, you forgot to tell these people that I'm the Northwest Heavyweight Champion and soon to be AWA World Heavyweight Champion.
You'll have to prove that March the 5th, boy.
This guy really gets carried away, doesn't he?
Well, you know, one thing about the Grappler is he's like a junkyard dog, you understand? He is tough. He does take those short tactics, but you gotta admit he is a tough wrestler, or he would not be the Pacific Northwest Heavyweight Champion. But he does have one of the toughest men in professional wrestling today in Cocoa Samoa tonight here, you understand? By no means is Cocoa Samoa a pushover, you understand? You talk about a tough Samoan, you talk about a hard-headed Samoan, you talk about Cocoa Samoa. So people holler and check that boot, you understand? They know what this Grappler is all about, and they should be checking that boot.
Yeah, that's what they're yelling right now, is check the boot. You know, I think that you talk about Cocoa Samoa's hard head. I think his head's almost as hard as that boot of the Grappler.
You're not kidding, you understand? And we have to admit that Cocoa Samoa is former Pacific Northwest Heavyweight Champion himself, you know. So here we have a former Pacific Northwest Heavyweight Champion going against the Northwest Heavyweight Champion, the Grappler, but the title is not on the line.
No, this is not a title match. Look at that now.
There you go. You see, now that's what I mean. The Grappler definitely has something in that boot. You know, this is what caused me to interfere in this world title match Tuesday night. It caused me to get suspended, caused the world title to be held up, you understand? And now on March 5th, this night, there will be no TV at all on March 5th, you understand? AWA world title held up, Grappler versus Curt Hennig. Who will be the world's heavyweight champion?
Looks like we're going to start out with a little boxing match here between Cocoa and the Grappler. Yeah, both men lock up. Grappler, series of side headlocks. And now it's Cocoa.
You know, Don Kosh, and now the Grappler reverses it. Let's talk, you know, let's look at all the great wrestlers they have here, you understand? You gotta start with the Pacific Northwest Tag Team Champions, Steve Dahl and Scott Peterson, okay? Pacific Northwest Tag Team Champions. Then you look at Cocoa Samoa, you look at Mean Mike Miller, you look at the American Ninja, okay? You're talking about some great athletes, Billy Two Eagles, you understand? Avalanche, Rip the Crippler Oliver. I mean, you got some of the toughest wrestlers, you understand? Moondog Moretti.
Oh yeah, it doesn't get any better than Portland Pro Wrestling. When you talk about action wrestlers, this is it. This is the Mecca right here. Portland Wrestling from the Portland Sports Arena and Don Owen Promotions and Barry. And no matter where you guys may be throughout the entire Northwest, that's where the action is.
That's right. You know, I don't want to leave Art Barr. You know, I'm talking about great wrestling athletes, great wrestling ability from all these great professional wrestlers, you understand? Don Owens gives you the best in professional wrestling.
And we got two of the best in the ring right now with Cocoa Samoa and the Grappler as both men lock up again. And now it's Cocoa with a side headlock on the Grappler. He'd like to get a boot lock on the grappler, but nobody can seem to do that. Sandy.
Mean Mike Miller, you understand? Mean Mike Miller, another great athlete. Beautiful tackle by Cocoa Samoa, leapfrog, arm drag on the grappler. The grappler stunned, surprised, don't know what's going on. Cocoa Samoa ready for it, baby. You know, Mean Mike Miller, he's got a chance at the Pacific Northwest Heavyweight Championship match next Saturday night, you understand? Mean Mike Miller, I'm going to go out on a limb and say I predict Mean Mike Miller will defeat the grappler right here next Saturday night for the Pacific Northwest title.
Okay, mark that one down. Larry Need out in the bus there. Mark it down, Larry. Assassin says Miller's going to take it next Saturday night against the grappler. Well, Miller is ready. Man, he was hot up here.
Determination, you understand? Like I said, grappler determined that he will get the world title on March 5th. Mean Mike Miller determined that he will get the Pacific Northwest title next Saturday. Hey, when you talk about determination, it was written all over Mean Mike Miller's face when he was out there for that interview. You know, I've been up and down the roads with him, and I can see it in his face. He is determined to get the grappler right here next Saturday.
Look at that. Sandy Barr said, drop him. And so Coco did. That wasn't exactly what Grappler meant when he said he's got to release me. Coco just, he just released him, backed away, and Grappler went down head first on the mat. This is a one-fall match, and it is a non-title match, Grappler and Cocoa Samoa. Now, we could not get an angle on that. Couldn't tell if it was a fist.
The Grappler taking those shortcuts. I understand, Kosh, that we have a new wrestler coming in the area, Golden Boy, Mike Golden, you understand? From past experience of seeing this man wrestle, he ain't a stepping stone by no means, brother. He's a man to be reckoned with.
Yes, in fact, we've got a photo of him. We might be able to show that a little bit later. We also have a tape that we're going to be showing you, that a tape that was sent to us by Kurt Hennig after last Tuesday.
Look at the determination in Cocoa Samoa's eyes as he looks over at the grappler, you understand? Grappler Pacific Northwest heavyweight champion, Cocoa Samoa, former heavyweight champion. Coco, a very, very serious man when it comes down to stepping in that squared circle, you understand?
You bet he is. And he just took a shoulder tackle from the grappler. Took a boot right in the midsection from the grappler. Oh, Grappler just brought down that knee right in the middle of the back of Coco. Grappler all over Cocoa Samoa. There's a 2 count. Coco gets his left shoulder up just in time. Now look at that. Grappler just he just does anything that he possibly can to just hurt and injure his opponent. That's
right, Don Kosh's grappler will stop at nothing. That's why I say it's going to be very interesting on March 5th to see who will be the world's heavyweight champion. Will it be Kurt Hennig or will it be the grappler? There's no determining this, you understand? One of them will be the world champions for sure, but it's unpredictable. Absolutely it is. That's what makes this sport as great as it is. This whole thing is so unpredictable. Yeah, that's why I can't stand. You don't know how bad, Don Kosh, I feel sitting here knowing that I'm under suspension, knowing that I can't step into that squared circle or will never be able to wrestle in Pacific Northwest again. I mean, it really tearing me apart inside. Well, I know that you'd like to be in there with Coco right now. And Coco right now would probably like to be about anywhere else as he's getting his left arm stomped and romped and stomped by the grappler. Oh, right on the bicep. Wow. Oh, that's got to be so painful. And now, grappler working on an arm bar as the crowd now providing that fan power, getting behind Coco. Oh, they love Coco here at the Portland Sports Arena. All right, how can you not love a great athlete like Coco Samoa, you know? There goes the grappler pulling the trunk, you understand? You know, Don Kosh in Washougal, Washington, they got a big bunkhouse battle royal. That means come dressed as you are to Washougal, Washington. Big bunkhouse battle royal, you understand? Then in Hood River, they got a big, great wrestling night at the Armory there. you know, and Hillsborough, another big night of professional wrestling this Friday night. And then next Saturday night at the Portland Sports Arena, Pacific Northwest heavyweight title on the line. Mean Mike Miller facing the Grappler.
Oh, the Grappler just hung on to that left arm of Coco's, as Coco was trying to get out of the grasp of the Grappler, and unsuccessful so far. As the Grappler hangs on to that arm bar. He's got that pressure point there at the elbow and the shoulder. That, I know that looks like, that looks maybe just like a regular normal hold, but that has got to be a tremendously painful hold.
Yeah, the pain that goes through the elbow and the shoulder area, you understand. Grappler taking advantage of Coco's arm right now. Yeah, a lot of pain going through Cocoa Samoa right now, and he's gonna have to pull the same determination that Art Barr had to pull a little while ago. He's gonna have to get those people behind him. They give you that determination, and that's what counts. You understand?
Grappler still with that arm bar. Oh, and Coco just a slap, but it didn't have much effect on the Grappler, as the Grappler just puts Coco down, and now he stomps on Coco's left arm. There's another example of, if a man doesn't have a weak spot, you try to create one, you stay on it.
Samoa with a big headbutt rocks the Grappler. The Grappler in a lot of trouble now. What a headbutt.
Oh, that was tremendous, and Grappler just kind of...
fired up now, Coco
Yeah.
Samoa, brother. You can see the fire in his eyes, Jack.
That's like a Samoan volcano about to erupt. Here comes Grappler, and down goes Grappler. And Coco is exploding all over the Grappler right now. There goes a whip, reversal whip, into the ropes goes Coco.
Wait a minute. One.
He didn't have it. There's another headbutt. And Grappler
tied up now. Coco Samoa's got the Grappler tied up. Oh my God, this is really getting it.
And Coco says, just let me have him. Wait a minute. What's that? What was it?
What are these things? The Destroyer. Another Destroyer. Both men jumping Coco Samoa. The Grappler rolling out of the ring. And there's not a thing I can do about it. I can't stand this.
Who are those guys?
It's Billy Two Egos. Go, Billy.
Well, I don't even know who those guys are. They're in hoods.
I know one of them is a Destroyer because I seen him Tuesday night, you understand? This other big goof with a mask on, I don't know what he is.
Well, he's getting out of there.
Billy Two Egos saves Coco Samoa, man.
Holy mackerel.
John Cox, how do you think I felt? I couldn't even, I had to stay here and watch something like this, man.
Oh, I know. You're going absolutely crazy up there. Oh, look at this. They've unfurled a banner. Longview YMCA Good Times program. Well, those folks are here tonight. We're glad to have them here. Boy, I'm glad they weren't standing right there a few seconds ago. We will be back with more after these words. Don't go away.